What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's filthiest pitches of the day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with Will Leahey, who apparently is living in the Matrix today.
Yeah, weird stuff's been happening to me, Ninja, but none weirder than seeing Joey Votto retire from baseball. He's a Canadian legend, a Cincinnati icon, and the king of on-base percentage for a long time. I'm a big Votto fan. I know you've had a bunch of interactions with him over the years on social media, and as a big baseball fan, I know you enjoy the guy. You sad to see him go, Ninja?
I'm very sad to see him go. Like, to me, I love the unique characters in the game, and he's definitely one of them. I mean, even in spring training this year, I posted this home plate view of a Yu Darvish two-seamer, and Votto chimes in with freaking classic quote. And I have Getting Jiggy with it now in my head, and probably for the rest of the day it's going to be there. But love Joey Votto. I love that he's in it for the fans. Seems like a really cool dude. Tons of great stories. I hope he goes into broadcasting now. Like, he'd be a guy that would be worth tuning into a game to listen to. Kind of like Waino. I think Waino does a really good job as well. I always look forward to listening to him. So we need more of these type of former players that really love the game versus some of the former players that do it now just to crap on things. So give me 1,000 Joey Vottos out there. While you're at it, give me a Zach Greinke doing stuff in the booth too. Like, is he retired, by the way? He doesn't want to go into Hall of Fame. He is never going to retire and just like sneak back into a game every once in a while because he doesn't ever want to give a Hall of Fame speech. That's Greinke's MO here.
So, speaking of Hall of Fame, Ninja, it appears that Votto might be on the outside of it, but I just want to make a little case for him, and people can judge here for themselves with the stats. But I think my best case for Votto being in the Hall, a 6-time All-Star, and he is an NL MVP. But I think the thing he did best was get on base, and he led the NL in on-base percentage 7 times, which I personally think on-base percentage is the real batting champ, because that's what you want to do. You want to get on base. And him being a 7-time on-base percentage champ, it just speaks volumes to how good he was at getting on. And, he tailed off a little bit at the end of the career, a handful of seasons where his on-base dropped a lot. But before that, he was like top 15 all-time on base in his prime.
He's got one of the greatest eyes ever in baseball. Like, him and Juan Soto, to me, jump out as ridiculous eyes at the plate, making it really tough to pitch to. So, Will, were you the original Moneyball guy?
I hate taking credit for it, Ninja, but yeah. Yes, I was.
How could you not be romantic about Will Leahey? Now to my whip around the league, I'm going to start out with Cooper Criswell, who had 4 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run as the Red Sox beat the Astros 4-1. Will Leahey was dancing around the house naked, watching Cooper Criswell's painted sinker and sweepers. He faced Justin Verlander, and he had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had these fastballs, the slider that was painted, and also picked up a sword on his slider and a sword on his changeup. And I thought Verlander looked great for his first game back. The Rangers down the Pirates 1-0. Andrew Heaney had 8 Ks in 5 scoreless innings, giving up 5 hits. He had these sliders, including this back foot slider and this sweeper. He faced Domingo Germán, who had 4 Ks in 6 scoreless innings. He had this fastball at the knees and these curveballs. And for the life of me, I have no idea how Domingo Germán is in the major leagues right now. I just don't. I don't. Garrett Crochet had 4 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 2 runs as the White Sox beat the Giants 6-2. Look at the White Sox. Like, what are they in their last 10 games?
Yeah, wow. Doing big things. They're 3-7 in the last 10 games.
Crochet had these fastballs up to 100 miles an hour and this nasty sweeper. He faced Logan Webb, who had 6 Ks in 8 innings, giving up 2 runs, had this 2-seamer and sweepers. The Marlins were snake bit against the D-backs and lost 10-8. No thanks to Jordan Montgomery, who had 4 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, but gave up 6 runs on 10 hits and has been really terrible this year. He did have this curveball and changeup. He faced Roddery Munoz, who had 3 Ks in 3 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, and this fastball for a strike him out, throw him out double play, and these changeups. Simeon Woods Richardson had 7 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run. He had this painted fastball, this changeup, and slider. But to me, the moment of the game was SWR's K-skip. This is fantastic. I love it. Give me more of this personality in the game. The Twins killed the Padres 11-4 because Matt Waldron's knuckleball wasn't knuckling. He had 3 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, but gave up 10 runs on 12 hits. He had this inside two-seamer and this one pretty knuckleball, but he's really disappointed.
And you know what they call a knuckleball that doesn't knuckle?
What do they call it?
Batting practice.
I'm going to use that sometime, Will. I'm going to steal it. Mitchell Parker had 6 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 1 run as the Nats climbed the Rockies 6-1. He had the splitter and curveballs, including this painted curveball. Nestor Cortez had 4 Ks in 7 innings, giving up no earned runs. He had this changeup and cutter as the Yankees easily beat the Guardians 8-1.
And Aaron Judge had another double set of dongs here.
Where does he rank among the best players you've ever seen? The player that you would least pitch to?
I still got Pujols ahead of him, and then Bonds, but he might be third.
Yeah, I actually at this stretch right now, he might be second. Bonds is first. Like Bonds is the best hitter I've ever seen. Prime Bonds.
Yeah, well, Judge is like season right now, and the season he had the 62. Those are better than Pujols ever was. But
yeah,
I will say close though, because I mean Pujols was batting like in Pujols' best seasons, he had 45 home runs and was batting 350. At his peak, Judge is better, but Judge's peak is so far a lot shorter. You know, Judge has only had 3 MVP caliber seasons, where Pujols had 8.
The Reds beat the Blue Jays 11-7. Nick Martinez had 3 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 6 runs and had this fastball. Faced Yariel Rodriguez, who had 6 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 5 runs and had these sliders. And probably the best pitching matchup of the day, Aaron Nola faced Max Fried. Aaron Nola had 5 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs as the Phillies ran past the Braves 3-2. He had these two-seamers and knuckle curves. He faced Max Fried, who had 4 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this two-seamer, this cutter, and these beautiful curveballs. The Cardinals flew past the Brewers 10-6. Kyle Gibson had 5 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this cutter, sweeper, and nasty curveball. And he faced that old Amish pitcher, Tobias Myers, who had 5 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had this changeup and slider. The Tigers mauled the Cubs 8-2. Bo Brisky had 3 Ks in 2 scoreless innings. He had this fastball and slider.
To Bill Brasky!
He faced Jamison Tyone, who had 5 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had these fastballs, including this elevated fastball and this cutter. The Royals shut out the Angels yesterday 3-0. Michael Lorenzen had 5 Ks in 7 scoreless innings, giving up 4 hits. He had this backdoor two-seamer and this paintish fastball. He faced Johnny Cueto, who is back in the major leagues. He had 1 K in 6 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had this painted sinker. But I love Johnny Cueto messing with timing. He is the OG of messing with timing. And here he does his patented, hey, I am drunk, I'm going to fall down. He doesn't. Delivers the pitch and gets a ground ball out of it, much to his delight. I paired Johnny Cueto up with Johnny Cueto wannabe, Nestor Cortez. And look, they're pretty damn identical. No, the Rays beat the A's 4-2. Mitch Spence had 10 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had these curveballs and these sliders, and this one got Morel to duck. He faced Ryan Pepio, who had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had this fastball and changeups. The Dodgers doubled up on the Mariners 8-4. Jack Flaherty had 5 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 1 earned run. He had this fastball, knuckle curves, and slider for a sword. He faced Logan Gilbert, who had 7 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, but gave up 6 earned runs. Had these cutters, slider for a sword, and these curveballs. Sean Manaea had 9 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 3 runs as the Mets downed the Orioles 4-3. Had this painted fastball and these sweepers, and this disgusting back foot sweeper with 21 inches of break. Manaea's been kind of on a little roll lately. He faced Cole Irvin, who had 2 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had this painted fastball and changeup.
And then I'm giving the dong of the day here to Jesse Winker for a pinch hit walk-off oppo dong. And then he just absolutely loses his mind, lets the flow go, and really takes his time getting to first. But must have felt good. It's his first homer as a Met. You got to love pinch hit homers, especially when you go down 0-2. And Winker walks it off your dong of the day.
Now to my filthiest relievers. Cue the trumpets. Edwin Diaz had these nasty sliders. Lucas Ursig had these 99-mile-an-hour heaters and picked up a sword. Ryan Helsley had this 100-mile-an-hour fastball and this slider. Zach Pop had these nasty sinkers, and Sir Anthony Dominguez had this slider. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, I'm giving it to Johnny Cueto for his drunk mechanics. He has to, right? I don't care what the pitch did. Doesn't matter. Still.
Also, in honor of him being a teammate of Joey Votto for like a decade.
Exactly.
Brings you back.
At number 4, Aroldis Chapman for this painted fastball, this 100-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees, and this 102. At number 3, Max Fried and his beautiful curveball. At number 2, Justin Martinez for his 100-mile-an-hour fastball and splitters, and this slider that Xavier Edwards said, "That's so low, so low." You can hear here. Spoiler alert, that wasn't low. And at number 1, Sean Manaea for this ridiculous back foot sweeper. Sean Manaea, you are the filthiest pitcher of the day. And I think that's the first time he's ever won it.
Wow.
And now my pitching ninja moment of Zen. Since we're talking about Joey Votto, this is one of my favorite Joey Votto moments as he gets on the Ripper because Ripper called this one a strike that was in the same spot as this pitch that was called a ball. Ripper gets the second one right, and Joey Votto grabs his nuts. Show the Ripper, like, hey, you, man. I know my strike zone better than you do. Surprised the Ripper didn't just circumcise him at this point. Let's grab that knife, go. My picks of the day today, I'm going to start out with Spencer Schwellenbach for 6 Ks or more. Then I'm going to take Luis Severino for 4 Ks or more. And top it off with Freddie Peralta for 6 Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?